Tipp today, in association with Slattery's of Pecan, your main Peugeot dealer for over 50 years in the Premier County. Slattery'sGarage.ie.
Good morning, welcome along to Tipp Today, 1800 938 007. That's our free phone number if you want to give us a call, and Leanne is producing today. Coming up on the show this morning, Johnny Luby will join us in just a few moments' time. We continue to look back at the factories and industries that sadly closed in the county over the past few decades. Some clarity on auto-enrolment. Ali hits the streets to find out about the new cigarette charges, and our Friday panel will unpack the hot topics of the week. So all of that and more on the way. You can text and WhatsApp 083 311 3311. You can email tiptoday@tippfm.com. Let's have a look at the front pages of some of your newspapers today. The Irish Independent, the lead story there from Fionn Sheehan, and Fionn telling us that there's concern at government level after RTE's chief financial officer quit her role after less than 18 months. Mary Hurley was brought in, you might remember, following the Ryan Tubridy payment scandal, but is now set to leave. And in an email to staff last night, the Director General, Kevin Backhurst, said that she was leaving for a new position outside of RTE. The Irish Times is dominated by a marvellous photograph indeed of 4 astronauts inside the SpaceX Dragon Endeavour on board the recovery ship Shannon in the Pacific Ocean after their space station mission ended a month early in NASA's first medical evacuation. The main story on the Times today: Ireland has lost out on billions of euro in new jobs projects because global companies cannot access electricity and infrastructure, a top government advisor has said. And also reading on the Times today that a key plan for cutting the state's greenhouse gas emissions has been delayed for a second year. The Climate Action Plan will not be published before April, with no firm date provided for when it's likely to appear after that. And also an interesting one from Pat Leahy on the Times today: schools must use the preferred name and pronouns of transgender students, who should also be allowed to use the bathroom of their preferred gender. And that's according to a new guide on the rights of trans people. And the guide is produced by the Irish Council for Civil Liberties with support from the state's human rights watchdog, the Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission. That's an interesting one. The Irish Daily Mail, and the lead story on the Mail today: current and former civil servants are paying monthly rents of between €56 to €345 for publicly owned properties, some of which are in the Phoenix Park. But the Office of Public Works has finally confirmed to the Dáil's Public Accounts Committee that annual rents charged on the properties range from as little as €670 to €4,160, which is incredible when you... we can only imagine what the cost of rent is in Dublin, particularly around that Phoenix Park area. The Irish Examiner, the lead story there: food, clothes, health insurance, a cup of coffee, and the price of a pint. All of them are getting more expensive, and in some cases surging at double or triple the rate of general price inflation in the economy, figures have revealed. Also on the Examiner, we're reading from Liz Dunphy's piece that a packed Greek court erupted in cheers last night as a Kerry humanitarian was found not guilty of people smuggling belonging to a criminal organisation and money laundering, almost 8 years after the charges were first brought. So that's a look at what's making headlines today. If you'd like to make comment on any of those stories, 083 311 3311. It is time for Johnny Luby. Good morning to you, Johnny.
Good morning, friend, and good morning to the listeners there of Tipp FM.
And good to talk to you.
Morning.
Good to talk to you today. You're coming into us on Zoom today. It's all getting very technical now, Johnny, I'll tell you.
Am I on something now? No.
You're on something now, all right. You're not on the usual phone line there, but anyway, it's good to hear you. And it has to be Upper Church we talk about first, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, friend. Hey, unbelievable scenes. I mean, a tremendous match. They were up, they were down, and I just reading the the Tipperary Star there, who done a wonderful piece, as indeed the Nationalists, but Gavin, leadership in abundance. His late frees in normal time, they were crucial, not least his late equaliser. It was between his own 45 and 65, and he hit it like Rory McIlroy would hit that ball. And he delivered under intense pressure. He has delivered in big games all year long, and he didn't let the team down once again. His brother was tackled or something and gave him, just turned the ball to Gavin, and he said to him, "Go for it, Gavin. 'Tis your field."
Wow.
I'd like to pull McCabe. But hey, the place was on fire above. I think the Catholic Church opened up to accommodate such a huge amount of people. And like TJ in Cashel hasn't been... TJ is from Upper Church.
Oh, is he? I didn't realise that. Wow, yeah.
Oh, just stop. His brother Stephen, there he does the cokers and that, a fine old scout as well. But TJ hasn't been seen since. Everybody is looking for him. But, God friend, it was unbelievable. You know, when I'd be saying myself that there's a famous school nursery there in Cork, the North Mon, the whole of the Harty Cup and the whole lot, and I just changed around to say, by none but the church boys will the fight won boys. To very few teams did the church ever yield. And skill back with that lusty will, it leads to triumph on this glorious field. Raise we our flag boys round the old flag trunk boys, cheer our heroes in this hard-fought fray. Ball in, and lads, see that noble band, lads, add fresh laurels to our brow this day. I mean, for Upper Church Drumbayan to win an All-Ireland, little did they think when they drew at Ballina, they beat Gortonhoe in goal by a pint, and a Carty, Borla, and all gave them tremendous games. And that's probably what stood to them in the end. I mean, the guy that's looking after Kilfeacle, the masseur, John Flaherty, who had been with Kilfeacle when they won the All-Ireland. He had been with Clonoulty Rossmore when they won the county, and now he's in the middle of Church Drumbayan teams. Tremendous for him and everybody else, the coaches and the guys that the real coaching on the field of play. God above, I'll tell you something. You won't believe this. I went to a funeral in where was it at all? In the Urlingford. And that was of Liam Norton, and sympathies to the Norton family. He was a great driver with us years and years ago, and actually now at the funeral I miss Peg Flanagan. She was the wife of John Flanagan, that wonderful hurler from my Carty Boroughs back in the 60s, and I missed her by a couple of minutes. I hadn't done it 40 years, so I'd have to go and call to say hello to her again. But a fella that was driving me said, "Hey, we'll go to Upper Church." I said, "We have to go to Hayes' first here." Anyway, that's the pub in Urlingford.
Yes.
So I said, "He's a Kilkenny man through and through." And he said his exact word, he'd a towel over the shoulder like the old publicans. He said, "Look, I'm with this or with the cap." That was me. And I said, "Promoting Holland and Kilkenny, lads. I'll tell you what it's like. You won't do back to back." I said, "We have a better chance than any of you now because we won the one last year. So all we have to do is do our best this year and see can we do it." But I took out the map at Tipperary, friend. There was only one way to go to Upper Church if I wanted to go, and that was go through Holy Cross, go through Ballycare, and straight on up to the church. But the big problem was my driver wouldn't go, and that was it. So we remained in Urlingford for a while. But the place, I said to some fella, how will we know we're going the right way? He said, "You'll see nothing but bonfires up on the hills." He said, "They're still celebrating up there." But friend, look, Tipp FM done a marvellous commentary. Paul and the lads, they're brilliant because they went hoarse. From describing the victory, you know, and for Tipperary and for even Upper Church themselves and their families and the whole lot. And young Phelan to get injured was a huge loss to them, and look, our hearts went out to him, and with the camera zoomed in on him, he should have been playing, but he received a big injury, and that we wish him the best of luck in getting health and everything else. But it was wonderful. Look, hey, you could talk about it for the week, but fine, I'm going to get up there, but if anybody sees TJ, tell him get back behind the bar inside in TJ
Well, I think you have plenty of time getting up there, Johnny, because the celebrations, I would imagine, will continue for a few months where that is concerned. Anyway, what about the seniors? What about the seniors then, Johnny?
Yeah, the seniors had a victory over Kerry. I suppose Waterford had beaten Kerry by 35 points. They would have had to beat them by 36 or 7 points. But look, they didn't. They just went and done what they had to do. That was it. And Kerry put up a better display against Tipp than they did against Waterford. But look, Tipperary have their minds on other things out there. I suppose the league and players. Strengthen and condition and the whole lot. They know exactly what they have to do to get up to the speed of the game like last year. But it's a long season, Fran, when you look at maybe, I think this Saturday week they played Galway in Tulloch, and they'll probably be shot a few players. But that's where the panel of players comes in, and that's so Mr. Carr will have to do the best he can with what he has, and that's it. Yeah, look, Fran, that's the way that went. And in rugby, of course, Leinster had a big win last weekend in a tremendous game. Munster and Connacht both put up great battles. I didn't think Munster put up a battle like that. But as a result of that, then they have to play Castles tomorrow evening. That game is on television. That's in Thome Park, and that it all depends what kind of a team Castles will send. Sometimes the French don't send their top teams because their own league draws 50 and 60,000 people to the games, and they might have a huge interest in the Heineken Cup. But it's all to play for. Even with Castles, they're still in it. So if they do beat Munster, they're going to the last 16. And just to go back to the hurling, Tulloch CBS and Nina CBS in the semi-final of the Bruce Harty Cup. That game is on in Templederry tomorrow. I think it's around 12:30. You can't go unless you have a ticket, from what I gather, so there's no, because it's confined to 2,000 people now. Templederry will be rocking tomorrow. Of course, Tipp FM do the commentary again. Paul and the lads. Nina would be the slight favourites, while Tulloch won the All-Ireland last year and at the Cup. They're probably missing 4 or 5 of those players. The rest of them have to stand up now and be counted. But Nina, the experts and the so-called neutrals tell me that Nina will be favourite. So the game worth switching on tomorrow around 12:30.
Very good. Racing then in Thurles. Is that happening on Sunday, Johnny?
That's right, Jeff, and that's happening this Sunday. We have 2 Grade 2 races, which is the higher class of the top horses, sponsored by Carey's Glass of Nina and the Horse and Jockey, of course, who are tremendous sponsors. They have the best dressed as well. And also, I asked the girl of the Maloney, I said, would you have a tattoo competition? I said, Frank Curry got one. She said, I heard you saying it. He got it on near his private. She said, we can't look down there. No, I said, he got it on his arm. But Frank, National Star or a South Tip Echo or even Stubbs Gazette could be got this week in Sullivan's shop in Golden. Your photos, one woman told me that, she says, that look at Frank Curry. I never saw him in my life, she said. And I said, what did you do? She says, I framed him and I put him up beside the thing of the Sacred Heart. So now you're beside the Sacred Heart on our wall. She just loves you.
Fair play to her. And thanks to young Aoife Sheehan for doing the piece as well. Young journalist with the Nationalists there, and she was really courteous and lovely girl.
I'm going to get it now, you know.
Are you?
I'm certainly going
Where would you get the tattoo, and what would it be of, Johnny?
I get it on one of my cheeks. My face now.
And what would you get on there?
I get a miniature a car from a photo of it from Slattery's in Puckane, who kindly sponsor your Tipp FM.
Yes,
I'll get it from them.
I see. I thought you might get an image of Tony Cooney on it, or...
No, my hair wouldn't be big enough, if you get my drift. But anyway, friend, Bolahan do at a GA club, the draw for a car. Are you with me?
Yes.
It's on Patrick's night, and it's going brilliant. But if you buy the 3 tickets for €50 for Tony Lacey, he said he'll give you a pint for each ticket. But with the price of the pint now, I must contact him, because the pints are going up, and the value of the ticket still remains the same at €50. So I don't know whether Lacey's going to go through his thing. But anyway, look, buy it off Lacey.
I still haven't come out in the GAA draw after buying that ticket from Nellie O'Connor for about the 4th year in a row, I would say.
I know, yeah. Nelly's unlucky. And that's it.
So am I. Well, there's a Tread night happening that you want to talk to us about as well, isn't there?
That's right, Jeff. And for the Sean Meehan Tread Music Night, it's in Ollie's in New New Inn, Saturday the 24th. It's to help to raise funds for Tom's Cabin. There'll be huge crowds there. I think the boys are coming down there with the Rebel Hats and that kind of a thing. So it should be a fantastic night.
So that's Saturday. That's Saturday week, Johnny, isn't it?
Saturday week in Ollie's in New Inn. Yeah. I asked them to know. They said I'd be 100% welcome. Tom the Toot Man, what you call him?
Tom Hennessy, yeah.
Tom Hennessy, yeah, the Toot Man. Tom said to me, he said, you can come on. I said, will I accordion, flute? I said, will I, the banjo, whatever else. Johnny, he said, you just come on. He says, fiddle away. He says, bring the fiddle. So I said, right, that's what I'll be going. And of course, last Saturday I met a woman asking for you. I went up to see the hunt in Ballock, and my granddaughter was on her pony, Dandy. She was well tugged out, and a whole lot of huge crowd there. And of course, we adjourned to Mary Gleeson's.
Yes.
Mary Gleeson was asking for you.
How is she at all? How is she?
Yeah, so she's one of the finest scouts you could meet.
What a great pub, Johnny. It's a great pub, isn't it? It really
is. I think you played there, actually.
I did indeed, myself and Noel Taylor and Tony and all the lads. Yeah, we often played there. But yeah, it's been a long time.
My God.
I'll have to drop in soon.
Yeah, and Fran, of course, I can't forget the bingo in Roscrea. They actually rang and texted and they said a sincere thanks for mentioning the bingo in Roscrea, which is every Sunday night, 4,000 payout. It's in the Winston at Tira Hall. It's online, Roscrea Bookface or Facebook. If you don't get it on one, you'll get it on the other. And it's for the Roscrea GA Club. A huge crowd is playing it now, so the very best of luck to them. We'd like to say hello to a fella called Rory Ryan of the Milestone.
I know him well. I know him well, yeah.
Yeah, he gets on the TFI bus every Friday morning, and the driver salutes him, and he just says, turn on Tipp FM, he said, till I hear your man. So that's the first thing he does. Friend, last Sunday I was coming back from a Greyhound meeting, a place called Seven Houses, and we came to the Miners' Rest in Ballingarry, and a grand place, and there they had a sign up front, just that said, Dear Lord, I pray for wisdom to understand the man, love to forgive him, and patience for his moods. Because, Lord, if I pray for strength, I'll just beat the living daylights out of him. Anyway, friend, I adjourned then to Ambies.
Ambies?
It's that new pub. I think it's Noonan. They were on the Tipp FM one morning there a couple of weeks ago, which are a wonderful local. Yeah, it's brilliant to see it, you know.
Is that the same pub now? Because my understanding was the pub was still called Noonan's. Have we the same pub by one?
Noonan's. James, I know there's not too many pubs in Ballingarry. Well, somebody might ring in and tell us Ambies is written on the door anyway, because I did take a good look before we went in, because I said I mightn't be able to read it when I came back out. But anyway, fine. I got a new pair of shoes the other day.
Did you?
I did, from a crowd in Tipp Town called McMahon's.
Ah, very good, very good. So you were in with Willie and all the gang there, were you?
Hey, and I listened attentively this morning. A smashing pair of shoes. He saw me right, and so I said, right, I better give them a quick mention, because he took off an extra couple of bob. Fine, I was feeling through Cashel yesterday when herself rang. She said the bar on the stove was after breaking.
Oh.
Some bit of a bear I went into.
Yeah.
Didn't I wheel it into stove fireplaces to a grand crowd in there, and described it and the whole lot. They gave me out the bear, and this girl came out of the office. She says, "Are you the fella on Tipp FM?" I said, "I am, yeah." So, and my voice, she said, "You'll never do in a bloody bank robbery anyway."
Where is that, Johnny? Where is that?
It is right beside Mother Hubbard's, the crowd that sponsor a lot of the matches on
yes,
Tipp
in Cashel, okay.
Yeah,
right
beside them. So it's a grand place. Just call in and say that you helped me on the bloody radio. Friend, what else is there now?
Feathered Players, they're starting on Monday, aren't they? Yeah.
That's right, yeah, friend. It's in the Abbey Mill Theatre, which is 100 years old. It starts at 8 o'clock Monday night, a cast of 10, presenting A Widow's Paradise. The producer is Marion Gilpin. Mm-hmm. There's 6 nights starting at 8 o'clock Monday the 19th. It's about 5 women who go away for a weekend to get away from the men folk. But things don't go according to plan.
Whoops. Is one of them called Catherine?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. One of them is called, anyway, she's married to a fella. I don't know his name, but his nickname is The Weed.
Okay, all right.
That's all I No.
Very good. So tickets on sale for that at the moment, Johnny, I guess.
Yeah, you can log into it as well. And of course, the girl that told me, she's a niece of Mick Mackey's. You know that they being casual, he drives the lorries, and Mick Mackey, the fine house scout.
Of course I do, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Everybody knows Mick and that. There was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, yeah, Fran. Just heard the television there a few minutes. But incidentally, I'm sitting here now on the couch with long johns on me, waiting for the fire to start up. So, as the fellow says...
A vision of loveliness there, Johnny, I would imagine.
Aside for sore eyes. Hey, there's a thing in America called the dry wedding now, because... normally in America, the couple that are getting married, they would pay for the free bar, but now it's gone huge in price. So they're having this dry wedding now is the modern thing in America.
God.
And your man asked her, would it work in Ireland? Jesus, Fran, I'd say it wouldn't work in Ireland. So everybody goes around half scuttled, don't they, at weddings and every bloody thing.
Well, it's the only reason they go to weddings, largely, I would imagine. There's something at the back of my mind. I think we did a piece a couple of years ago about dry weddings and stuff. Yeah, I think they're here, Johnny. You won't be invited, needless to say, but, you know.
No, I've been at a fair few, and they do give it a fair rap, all the lads that are going and the lassies and the whole lot. But, frankly, it's an absolute scandal that the Guinness has gone up in price and the 0-0 has gone up by as much more. I mean, the publicans are under savage pressure.
Yes.
The government have enough out of it with VAT and everything else, but they don't give two continental hoots. Like, when that thing came in for the pension fund,
yes,
this £1.50 in the 100 for the employee.
This is auto-enrolment you're talking about, is it?
Well, I haven't looked at a pension. Eventually,
yes.
It is this pension. Eventually, when you live horse and get grass, if you live to be 65 or 70 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
My grandmother lots of messing up in Mount Canaan and Borrisalee. She used to say £100 left up to bury me, and sweet them all left to keep me alive. So that's the way to go. That's the way that thing will happen now. But you see, the employers. I'm not about the employers, because the employers are wonderful people out there. When you have the likes of transport crowds there and they're having 20 drivers working for them at £1.50 to 100, that's 30 euro. And if the drivers are on 700 a week on average, that is €210 the employer has to find. So what can he do? Obviously, only charge it to the extra for deliveries and all of that. And as a result of that, then the shopkeeper, who is the employer again, like any of the shops out there, like Liam Sullivan's in Golden, have 4 or 5 people working, and they have to find the money for them, so they're going to hit the ordinary Joe soaps like myself. So everything goes up in price, and that is one of the reasons of it.
Well, we'll be talking about that a little later on in the programme, Johnny, because there's still a bit of confusion around that whole auto-enrolment thing. So we'll talk to Keith Dundon about that later on and clear it all up for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, but frankly, anyway, look, it's all a matter. Somebody better do something about it.
Will you wish Silvermines the best of luck? One of our listeners on, Marie Ford, on to know if you'd wish Silvermines the best of luck in Limerick in the Munster semi-final. And Amby's recently opened in Ballingarry in South Tip, but Noonan's reopened recently in Ballingarry in North Tip. So that's where the confusion is, Johnny.
And now it's confused me rightly, because I was in the wrong Ballingarry then.
You need to talk to that driver of yours, you know that.
Christ above tonight. Listen to me as this is. Yeah. But anyway, look, hey, they're two grand establishments, friend, and long may they remain. And I did find out something, and it is confirmed with them greyhound lads above in Gurtnahoe that I met at the funeral of Liam Norton. Possibly some names that are told to a couple of brothers there. But anyway, there is 2 pubs still open in Grange, which is about 3 or 4 miles from Gurtnahoe, and they're Tipperary pubs. There's one for you now.
Wow. Okay. Well,
you didn't ever know that.
I did, but I don't know. The longer I live, the less I know. I'm beginning to think, Joe. but there you are.
Yeah, Joe.
Before we wrap up, did you want to pass on sympathies to some people?
Oh God, friend. Yeah, look to all the people, the Nortons there and Liam used to tune in every morning there, and our sympathies to them on the death of Liam, and of course to the many others as well. We had the O'Learys, and we have Tom Shea, friend, in Bailey's in
Bailey's. Yeah.
Oh God, friend, I believe Dermot Delaney and all the people there. absolutely stunned to think that gone from their midst now is a smashing guy called
great personality, great with people in there, yeah.
Fran, absolutely fantastic, and I was at the funeral the other night in Clonoulty, and our sympathies to them. But if you log into the Facebook, if you log into the Facebook of Bailey's Hotel, you'll see Tom inside the counter on this music session, and the Parting Glass is the song that's sung with it. And did he enjoy the life and enjoy the crack? And we certainly all would like to say a sincere thanks for sharing Tom with us, and a big buddy of Dan Quirkenham and the Butcher and Golden and all the people around somebody would say Clonoulty, but it's Clonoulty Rossmore. But look, the best of luck to the Silver Mines as well. I wonder if that girl related to Jason Ford, a wonderful hurler. She must be.
Could easily be.
From
Could easily be.
Silver Mines, yeah.
All right, Johnny,
So,
I must wrap things up, but great to talk to you as always, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if you go to Tullis on Sunday, it's free admission, number one. And if you produce your elbow or your arm at
my tattoo
just at the counter.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you still on the dry?
I'm still on the dry, Johnny. Can you believe it? Yeah. This weekend now is going to be a big test for me, I think.
Where are you playing?
I'm not playing. I have a few nights off, so that's what I mean. It's going to be a big test. So.
Oh, yes, and we have to go around sometime together. Just people don't believe that you're in existence.
Sometimes I don't believe it myself. Johnny, look after yourself. Take it easy.
Right. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's the great Johnny Luby speaking to us there from the Fourpenny Road. All right, let me take a break. Back in just a moment.
Tipp FM's Tip Today.
With Slattery's Garage, Puckon. Main Peugeot dealers in the Premier County. And now stocking the full range of the luxury French car brand DS Automobiles. Book your test drive today with Slattery's Garage, Puckon. See slatterysgarage.ie.